Welcome back. You got Will and I Man here from the Block Runner, MetaZone, and Rovi, and today we're going to be talking about, it's on my shirt, Bitcoin.
Oh, dude, I didn't even realize you were rocking that shirt. Was
Yeah,
that on purpose?
I knew we were going to talk about Bitcoin.
Oh, so you changed it to it.
Yeah,
Right.
I felt it.
We have other Bitcoin magazines.
The magazines.
So every now and then, I mean, we're pretty broad on our coverings, right? We started off as just Bitcoin, I guess, right? Because it was the most simplest of things to analyze and understand.
That's the genesis. This is ground zero of all crypto, right?
We started our whole online presence as, I guess, crypto communicators.
Yeah.
4 years ago, roughly. Probably like at the exact same moment in time of the market cycle from the previous time.
Yeah.
Right? So we're like, what the fuck,
It's full circle, dude.
A full circle moment right here. So back in those days, what do? We talked about Bitcoin, its relationship to gold, whether or not it's actually going to prove to be a true on-chain store of value, like all these things, right? That was a conversation because we just went through a boom and bust cycle with ICOs.
Yeah.
So all that stuff was proven to be frivolous, almost scam-like.
Really?
Similar to what people were saying about what just happened.
ICOs, you mean?
ICOs, yeah.
Sure.
White paper projects.
Sure, yeah.
Hardcore pump and dumps, BitConnects and all that stuff, right? So that was 2018 cycle. Now it feels eerily reminiscent. Like everyone's like, man, NFTs were scams. We got Crypto Zoo in the headlines, Logan Paul's NFT scam.
Yeah.
What else? DeFi, I mean, it's like pipe dream now. Metaverse, big scam.
Yeah.
So it feels eerily reminiscent, right? As far as like where we are in the market.
Yeah.
So the best thing to do now is go back to Bitcoin, right?
Yeah, and when there's blood in the streets, you know what to do, right?
What do you do?
Warren Buffett says, take advantage.
Take advantage. Well, we have all these interesting charts that we've been looking at throughout the years, right? You know, they have their good and bad moments of use, of utility. But right now, this is an obvious, something to look at as an opportunity.
For sure. Yeah, and one thing we need to get better at is looking at these charts while everything is hot, because these are good indicators.
I feel like we did. What do you mean?
I don't think so. When it was like $60,000 Bitcoin, we're like, yeah, it still has some more room to grow.
We did.
But we never looked at the charts.
But I think
it's
because the chart told us it had more room to grow. Like, look at the chart. It's like, look, it's not hitting that top red band yet.
But you should hedge, though.
Agreed.
Right. That was the issue.
Yeah. Well, we're doing it now, like in the cold zone. We're looking at the chart.
Yeah.
And the charts tell us, and based on historical evidence and all this stuff, that Bitcoin is in an oversold position, right?
Yeah.
So
it's
worth looking into.
Drastically oversold according to these prediction models.
Yeah. So what do we do in this moment, dude? Like I'm a prospective buyer, right? I have never bought Bitcoin in my life before. I've been hearing about it.
Yeah. For
the last several years because it's penetrated the zeitgeist, right?
Yeah.
Everybody knows what Bitcoin is now. Should I be buying? Like, what is it still fundamentally valuable?
Well,
like I'm starting to see the same. Remember the same stuff people used to argue against Bitcoin back in the day? Oh, it's not a tangible asset.
Yeah, you can't spend it anywhere.
There's that.
And those still hold true today. Still,
they do.
Yeah,
and they're being what's the word? They're just using them again. The fudsters.
Yeah.
Because right now, if you're a fudster, this is your time to flex.
Yeah, it's like we were right.
Yeah, like everyone's like, dude, like Peter Schiff.
Yeah.
And there's others, notorious fudsters. So from a fundamentals perspective, Bitcoin hasn't changed much, has it?
No, it hasn't.
At all. So
the only thing that's changed is probably just the happening. It's just it happened and it's going to happen again. And that's about it. That's the only thing that changes with Bitcoin.
But it doesn't change, though. It's an every 4 year thing.
Every 4 year, yeah.
Yeah, so we have a happening approaching, so we have historical evidence that tells us what happens leading up to these happenings and what happens post-happening.
Yeah.
So that's a little technical thing you can leverage as far as like when you decide to enter or exit, like becoming a Bitcoin owner.
Yeah.
But outside of that, so what is Bitcoin's value? Why should people even think this thing is valuable?
Well, it's independent from governments. You don't have to trust anybody to hold on to it. Okay. You have, it's potentially, the speculation is it could be the store of value for humanity in the future.
Well, what is the store of value today? Like, what is society leveraging?
Gold.
Right? So it's digital gold. So some people haven't heard that. Maybe most people have. Most people don't even see the value in gold itself. It's really like, that's like an asset to an exclusive class of people who can actually leverage gold.
basically
first you need wealth
yeah.
to even like have a reason to own gold.
Right.
You know what I mean? So
yeah, millennials and anyone younger than millennials struggle with the concept of the value of gold.
Yeah.
And so, because I mean, we see more value in the digital existence of gold.
I think because it's more accessible and more acquirable. Like I think the process of exchanging your hard-earned value for gold, it's a process. You know, you have to go find a broker or something like that, or find an online dealer. But
buy the physical asset itself.
Yeah, or hold the damn goldness.
Yeah,
and like be weary of that. Like I have this very valuable possession that anybody could take from me.
Yeah.
Right. But crypto's a little different. In Bitcoin,
Yeah, its value stems from its math, the proof of work, effort put into the security of the network. And so, I mean, if you're a boomer versus a millennial, you have different ideologies of what you perceive as value.
Yeah.
And so the difficulty of mining gold has embedded value into it versus the difficulty of mining Bitcoin has a different value associated to it.
Yeah, clearly there's a separation in ideology between like the legacy wealth creators, which is like our parents and grandparents and our ancestors and all that stuff.
Yeah.
They existed in a realm of basically no digital presence.
It's true.
Pure physicality.
Yeah.
Right.
It's a brand new phenomenon for
it's totally new for humanity.
For the previous generations, right? Yeah. We're the inflection point between pre-digital and post-digital.
Yeah, so you can't expect them to all of a sudden somehow understand why these bits would somehow hold more value than something I can hold in my hand.
That's right.
Right? Because that's too existential of like a breakdown for them. But for us, we grew up.
Isn't it obvious?
Yeah, for us, dude, we're chilling with the idea of owning bits. We don't want, rocks.
Yeah.
We want these little imaginary, digits on a screen.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude, all day. So having known that and knowing the trends of technology and where we're heading as civilization, we're getting more and more digital.
Yeah.
So you would assume the value of digital assets would only increase over time. So that's all we're saying here. Yeah.
And so if we refresh a page, if you notice, since the inception of Bitcoin, the value only seems to go up, right? It only goes down in these cycles.
Yeah, exactly.
But the long-term trend, which is
zoom out.
Yeah, zoom out and then just,
And it's not like this is unique to Bitcoin.
No.
This happens in all markets. Like, go look at the exponential growth curve of equities markets. It's exactly the same.
Yeah, that's true.
It's just been in only up mode since its inception.
It's true.
Right? It's never gone down. It's only gone up, but it has these cycles of up and down.
Yeah.
So what causes these ups and downs? Several things.
Could be, macroeconomics,
psychology, war,
pandemics,
greed and corruption within the system itself. Like, like what happened with FTX and all that.
That's right. Just, Bernie Madoff.
Yeah, Bernie Madoff, the whole financial collapse.
Yeah.
Like these things happen. Turmoil happens, but the important thing is to not lose sight of like the fundamental value of things, right?
Right. And so that's why we're talking about Bitcoin. So I found an interesting article from Grayscale, which is in the FUD zone at the moment.
That is kind of like ironic.
Yeah, it is ironic.
We're looking at a Grayscale article. Okay.
Yeah. So in this article, and the links will be in the description, but it says significant historical Bitcoin drawdowns. And if you see in early 2011, 99% losses. It went from, it says here, $32 to a penny.
Yeah.
On an exchange after like an account was hacked on this Bitcoin Mt. Gox exchange.
Yeah. I mean, the ecosystem back in that day was like probably nothing burger. Like probably less than several thousand people.
Yeah.
In the whole planet.
Yeah.
So you can imagine like any event of like disruption.
Yeah. Imagine the despair that you're feeling after buying Bitcoin at like $15 or whatever.
Yeah.
And then it's going down to a penny. Like it literally the world is over.
Yeah.
For that person.
I'm pretty sure most of those people didn't return. It's like, oh, I guess that was cool. I guess there was,
Yeah.
This had a hope for a second, but not anymore. But those who stuck around and like, kept kind of like where we are today.
Yeah.
Those who stick around during periods of despair
usually
get like handsomely rewarded at some point just because, It's the nature of things, dude.
Yeah.
Whenever others are fearful, yeah, be greedy. That's the way it should be.
Yeah. So this is just an example of
Just,
however bad you're feeling right now.
Yeah.
It's been worse.
It always happens. And it always happens. And it will always continue to happen. Yeah. Turmoil is persistent.
Yeah.
In our universe, you know?
Yeah. It's entropy.
Exactly. So there's never going to see like a linear like growth line to anything. Like there's volatility along the way.
These predictions, that's what this if Bitcoin was perfect and life was perfect and everything, you would see a clean curve of Bitcoin.
You would. But these squigglies,
it represents humans.
Yeah, it represents the true like limitations of like humanity, physics, everything that has to do with our existence, right? There's friction.
Yeah, randomness.
Randomness, all that stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where the fun lies, dude. Mm-hmm. But once you understand these fundamental core principles, then you're equipped with immense power. Yeah. You really are.
Yeah.
Because these are the things that got people so wealthy, like over the last 100 years.
That's right.
The ones who understood this is how markets work, Warren Buffett.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, all he does is buy and hold.
Yeah.
Like the most simple concept of all time. And that made him a mega billionaire.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, he has like a unique, like analytical mind where he can, spot opportunity better than most. But the point is, he understands how to react to markets.
You know what's interesting? Warren Buffett still has he says a lot of FUD about Bitcoin.
He does. And because, again, he's one of those guys, he's only lived in the physical, right?
Yeah,
and
but he was buying stocks and he was buying tech companies. And
eventually.
He was buying a lot more like Exxon and
Apple. He bought Apple after they were already $1 trillion company. Like he's like, okay, he probably, once he saw that Apple probably has like all of the mines in Africa, so something like that. It's like, okay, there's real physical value there. These guys are, I'm going to invest in it. He wasn't like speculating on the future of, smart technology.
It's true. Yeah.
He's not that kind of guy. You know what I mean?
So like mostly safe bets for Warren Buffett.
Well, yeah, if he's at the scale of
that's
wealth,
that's what I find interesting. It's like from a fundamental perspective, if you understand math, cryptography and all that, Bitcoin's like a no-brainer investment.
Yeah.
It's like the easiest investment you can make, I think, if you understand this.
Well, yeah, that's one thing. If you understand it, you could identify value within just the technical side of it, right? Where it's like I don't know, like what does the cryptography enable that, in a money system that with a non-cryptographically backed one?
Yeah.
I mean, what is it? Security?
Security, yeah. The fact that you're the only one who can own that Bitcoin.
You don't have to rely on like middlemen operators to like ensure your funds don't get yacked.
Right.
That's it. So that's valuable in itself. Yeah. Like why doesn't everybody else get it?
Yeah, I don't know. But you know what? But this chart indicates that people are starting to get it though.
Oh yeah,
like
absolutely.
There's more people being onboarded.
That's what TJ was saying. His freaking credit bank or whatever, credit union, offers crypto, Bitcoin, right? People are getting it. I mean, obviously, I'm sure that bank did that because they saw there's money to be made, or
probably, yeah.
Well, we were talking about before how like it used to be like super taboo to be involved in crypto, and now it's like the adoption of it. Like
it's not
everybody's
taboo.
talking about it.
It's not taboo at all anymore.
Yeah.
I mean, during these down periods, you might get looked at as like a creeper.
Yeah.
It's like, you're still into that crypto thing?
Yeah.
It's like, I thought that was
Didn't it go bankrupt?
Dude, I've been hearing that. Yeah. It's like, Bitcoin went bankrupt or something like that.
Yeah.
Which is fine. But the point is, people accept it now. They understand, like, this is a thing, right? It's better than what it was several years ago.
Yeah.
As like, it was only used by drug dealers.
Yeah.
It's way different now. So, yeah. The whole point of this video is context.
Context, yes.
Context.
So we've seen 99% drawdowns in the early days, and we're experiencing sort of like a 70% drawdown right now.
It's pretty significant considering all the, I mean, that's trillions, I think.
Yeah, that is trillions.
Yeah.
I think at peak, it was like $2.5 trillion, all of crypto.
Yeah, so
3 trillion, something like that.
A couple of trillion, if not a little more, has exited the market.
Yeah,
right?
which is
significant.
That's a lot of money, yes.
Yeah.
So this will be in the links down below, but also the weird thing about this is that we're looking at a Grayscale article, which was published not too long ago. I found it on their Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And right now, Grayscale is going through a little bit of trouble.
Another, what's the word? Accusation afoot?
Yeah. So I guess the long story short is that DCG owes $1.675 billion to Genesis. Genesis is a technology that the Winklevoss and Gemini are using to collect interest on people's money.
Okay.
And so Genesis is struggling with the amount of money that they owe back to their creditors, which is people who put in money into Genesis to reap, the 6 or 7% that they were trying to get.
I see.
Yeah. So, so Cameron did an open letter to Barry Silbert, CEO of DCG, and he goes in there and basically says, if you owe $1.6 billion, you better come up with it pretty quick because we owe our people their money back.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
So Genesis needs to liquidate, or I don't know if liquidate's the word.
DCG might need to liquidate.
But because Genesis needs to call, I guess,
yes.
It's like call on their borrowers in order to cover their ass for what, because there's market turmoil.
Yeah.
Creditors need to be paid in these dark times.
Yeah.
But then I guess they're having issues collecting from somebody.
Yes.
Somebody as big as DCG, right?
Yes.
And then so now they have to go. There must have been a lot of internal shit going on for them to get to this point where it's all right, we're gonna battle it out on Twitter.
Yeah.
You don't just start with Twitter battle, right?
Agreed.
There's no way.
No.
Not entities at this scale. It's dude, we're going straight to Twitter. Let's
blast them.
let's blast them. It must have been it was dude, where's my money?
Yeah.
For months. It's I got it, bro.
Yeah.
I got it. It's coming.
This has been happening since early December.
Yeah.
And I think, when did FTX collapse? I think in November, right?
Late November or mid-November, roughly.
Yeah. Okay. So that's true because we did a video on how to explain FTX to your family
during Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving, yeah.
So this is just more. And we heard during those times from people we know, insiders in the industry, dude, there's more shit coming.
More nukes.
Yeah, more nukes abound.
Yeah.
And we're scratching our heads, what could that be? Is Coinbase going to go under now, or Binance?
This is a weird situation because Grayscale, GBTC is one of the products from Grayscale, and GBTC is, I guess, a stock that you could purchase using your 401k. And so this is extremely regulated product.
As boomer as it gets.
Yeah. And so the weird thing is that Coinbase is supporting, what DCG is claiming, that they have all the Bitcoin that they say that they have.
Yeah.
Problem is that they probably took out a loan backed by that Bitcoin, and now they're trying to figure out where to come up with nearly $2 billion worth of cash.
Yeah.
Without liquidating everybody's Bitcoin.
Yeah, which is scary.
It is very scary.
So, but I guess we should know something, because from what I understood, I think the Winklevoss challenged them either pay up by today, which is January 9th, I think.
I think it's in their January 8th.
So it should have been yesterday.
We're asking you to publicly commit to working together to solve the problem by January 8th, which was yesterday.
Yeah. So this is as I don't know. I guess this is how you handle business nowadays. You just go to Twitter.
To Twitter,
It seems very standard operations at this point. It just create drama, But luckily for us, dude, this is more popcorn.
Yeah,
we get to witness more.
Yeah, and
silly.
There could be more depression in the price, which is even a juicier opportunity.
True. Yeah.
So that's sort of what we're kind of waiting to see what happens. But right now the markets are all up right now.
It's true.
Roughly 5 to 10%.
So I guess this is something we'll keep our eyes on over the next coming weeks. If anything unfolds from this, it's highly unlikely there's going to be anything that dramatic, but we never know.
Yeah.
And even if something does happen, I don't think it's as big of a debacle at the scale of FTX's collapse. So
I agree.
I don't think we should anticipate dude, this is a make or break moment for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I agree.
This is just more the last whimperings of the absolute bottom stages of this bear cycle, in my opinion.
Yeah, I totally agree.
Yeah.
let us know what you think. I mean, if you guys agree with us, do you have your own opinions on DCG? Is Grayscale, GBTC something that you're invested in, or something that you support? Let us know in the comment section below. Follow us on Twitter at The Block Runner, at MeadowZone.io, and at Roby AI, and we will catch you in the next video.
Peace.